Okay, so we are recording, I think. I hope. Anyway, so welcome to our Wednesday evening Gen Y call. If you've never met me before, my name is Natasha Minter. I am from England. I live in London. My profession is I am a health mentor, but I also am a model. So I travel a lot, and I found this product and this opportunity when first. It's really disturbing that I can see myself. I found this product an opportunity about 2.5 years ago. So before I just go into that and introduce myself and go straight into the health part of this incredible video, I just want to say a couple of things. So the first thing is, if you've been invited to this call, a very warm welcome to you, and you've probably been invited because someone in your life really cares about you or wants to share an opportunity with you, and it's something that they feel very passionate about, and you're going to hear a couple of stories tonight, which I'm very excited for you to hear. But another thing is, if you don't know what a Gen Y is, if you don't understand what Gen Y stands for, basically Generation Y is defined by the year that you were born in. So it's basically anyone under the current age of, I think it's like 35 and under. That's who we're aiming the call at. It doesn't mean that you can't be on the call if you're over 35. Please, you're, of course, everybody's welcome. We have a very incredible business opportunity to share with a lot of people, and a product, which is just quite simply phenomenal. But also, we have focused this call because, we've got Brittany on the call, especially tonight, and Rebecca on the call, especially tonight. Sylvia was going to be with us, but can't make it because of some family crazy issues, so that's totally fine. But we like to work together on this call to really show how the generation, the Gen Y generation we're kind of underestimated, in my opinion. People kind of think we're lazy. People kind of think that we rely on technology too much, and perhaps that we will get to a point where we won't be able to communicate with each other because we're glued on our phones so much. But actually, what people don't realize is we're part of the generation that are quite clever, in the sense that we're making money from our phones. If you're not making money from your smartphone, you really got to ask yourself, why am I not making money from my smartphone? Like, for me as a model, I love being a model, and it's amazing, and I'll share more of my business story later, but quite frankly, it doesn't pay me, and I need a stable income that's going to support me every month. And modeling does pay me, but not stably enough every month for me to be able to say, yeah, okay, my rent is paid for, my bills are paid for, my food is paid for, which we all need to pay for, no matter what country we live in. So very big warm welcome to our international call this evening. We have people from America, we have people from England on the call, and Europe, and I love the fact that we can connect internationally very quickly over a mobile phone, like I said. So my story, very simply, is I was diagnosed with scoliosis at the age of 16, and I got told that I'd never be able to run in the future because it would cause me too much pain. So a scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. It kind of is like an S curve. And I basically, they said, don't ever consider running and don't consider going on the trampoline. So I didn't exercise for about 2.5 years, I think. And then I went to university, and cutting a very long story short, my mum introduced me to the Juice Plus products 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, 3 years ago in, just over half a year. And I was very skeptical because I did fashion at uni, and I was kind of always taught to not believe any advertising and not believe what you read because it's probably a load of trash. So I didn't really believe anything, and I didn't believe that this product was good, and I thought it was a tosh. And I started taking the product very reluctantly. And my mum, after 3.5 weeks, I realized my IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. It means you can either have, for me, it was either having diarrhea or it was being constipated, and every day it was different. So it was kind of something where I just didn't know where my life was every day. I didn't know where my life was going to be at. I didn't know when I needed to go to the toilet. And all of a sudden, within 3.5 weeks, I was very, being able to go to the toilet consistently every day, which, without being too gross. But this is an issue that's, a wide issue all over the world that we need to talk about more, in my opinion. So it really changed my life from a tummy perspective. And then after 5.5 months, I started sleeping through the night again with my back, which was awesome. I used to wake up 4 nights a week in pain. I used to ache every morning, every night, and I used to go to the gym once a week, and I'd have to sometimes go home in pain because it would hurt too much. So for me, all of a sudden, I was kind of like I'd gone from being this person who, like, I didn't really know at 21 if I should be really having that much back pain. Like, seriously, is that normal? And then the products have changed and done so much for me from a health perspective that it became a no-brainer to want to share this with people. So what is Juice Plus is, I suppose, is the question that we should start with. Juice Plus is a whole food nutritional plant-based product that is grown in North America. It is made on trees. Juice Plus is just fruits and vegetables. It's nothing but fruit and veggies. So it's made on trees. They pick it, like carrots in one place, apples in another, in the best place for that fruit and vegetable. They pick it when it's at its ripest, and they take it to a Juice Plus farm. They juice it all together, and they leave it to dry at a really low temperature. What that means is all the sugar and all the water is taken out of the product, so you're left with just the phytonutrients, which is why you can end up with just 6 capsules, have 30 different varieties of fruits and vegetables, which is just amazing when you think about how you think about today. Like, it's really important. There's so many health products on the market that it's kind of hard to know like what's good for you and what's bad for you, right? But with Juice Plus, at least we know that it's made on trees. It's not made in any chemical lab. It's barely been touched by humans. It's purely what we should just be getting in our bodies every day, full stop. And quite frankly, what I love about Juice Plus is it has all these certifications that prove it's got nothing but fruit and vegetables. There's no herbicides or pesticides grown anywhere near the product, which is just amazing. When you think about the world today, GMO is infested in pretty much everything we eat. You look at how much the supermarket has processed food in it now, and it's because it's what makes the world go round, money. And what makes money? Sugar. So the more sugar in our foods and the more sugary foods that we eat, which is what we're turning into as humans, we can't help it. Like, it's just evolution. Like, now our bodies are craving more sugary foods because of the way that we're growing and the way that, processed food is available to us. And with Juice Plus, it's very simply just fruits and vegetables. It's designed to bridge the gap between what you do eat and what you should eat. So Juice Plus is made up of fruit, veggies, and berries. So the fruit's really good because it has things like papaya in them, which is really good for helping your cells repair back together quicker. So you might be somebody that gets ill all the time, so the fruit capsules would especially help you not get sick so often. Then we have the veggie capsules, which I swear by, because that's where I get all my energy from. It also all the cruciferous leafy green vegetables in it, like broccoli, kale, and spinach. Realize I'm talking extremely fast. And then we have the berry capsules, which the women go crazy over because they have all the antioxidants in them. Oh my God, my mind went blank. All the antioxidants in them, which are really good for things like your skin, your hair, and your nails. And, as a model, it's really important to make sure, like, I don't really have a skin regime, but my skin's pretty clear. It's like this all the time. And I don't really have a skin regime. I just take my Juice Plus berry capsule. So that's the capsule range. And then another range of products that we have is the complete range. So the complete range is actually made up of shakes, bars, soups, and boosters if you're in the UK. If you're in America, it's shakes, bars, and soups. And, it varies a little bit all over the world. But basically, I'm just going to focus on the shakes because they're the best product out of that range. And the shakes were basically designed for Olympians about 15 years ago, purely upon request, because Olympians really wanted an energy drink that was natural. It was whole food that they're going to be able to have for like a pre or post workout. So the Juice Plus protein shakes are plant protein. They are made with water washed soy, so it's non-GMO soy. There's a little bit of a thing about whether soy at the moment is good for you, but let me make something very clear. I mean, maybe Brittany can touch upon this because of her expertise as well, but if you're having clean water washed soy, it's totally fine. If you're having soy that's GMO, it's like anything that you've got GMO on it, of course it's going to be bad for you, but please don't confuse it with everything else because it's just a load of trash. The one thing you don't want to have in your body is whey protein, which I'm not going to touch on too much, but I'm sure Brittany might touch upon that. And so for me, like, what are the Juice Plus shakes? I mean, I have mine every day for breakfast on the go with like a banana or a piece of fruit, and you can have them with water or non-dairy milk. I was going to say non-alcoholic, or as a smoothie. And you can have them pre or post workout. You can have them as a meal replacement. You can have them as a snack on the go if you're someone that maybe you snack on like crisps, or you snack on something that quite frankly isn't very good for you. So really the complete range is designed to bridge the gap between how many meals you do eat and how many meals you should eat. The average person eats 2 meals a day, which is just not enough for your body. It's not enough for your blood sugar levels to stay steady throughout the day. You really need to be making sure that you're keeping yourself, especially if you're an active person like me, you know, you're super busy, and quite frankly, who isn't busy right now? So the final thing I'm going to touch upon is actually something called the Child Health Study, which is, I have lots of really favorite things about this business, and one of them probably is the Child Health Study. We have the largest child health study in the world. We actually give, I think, about 1 million families free products at the moment, and it's obviously just growing and growing, and it was created about 10 years ago. The Child Health Study is designed to, if you buy the capsules, you can get free chewies or capsules for any child under the age of 21, and you can get it free for up to 4 years. And the results back from that have been that 70% of kids, they drink more water, they eat more fruits and vegetables, they behave better in class, and all around they're wanting and feeling better. You know, they're wanting more fruits and veggies and wanting healthier stuff, but they're feeling better in themselves too, which is just incredible. You know, there's one thing like focusing on today and being present about now, but we've got to think about the future. We've got to think about the world that we're going to leave our kids to have. And quite frankly, there's so many things in the world right now that couldn't give two about how the world's going to end up. So with Juice Plus, at least we know that we're really doing, and we've got such an active mission right now that we're really working on getting people in the future to be healthier and think healthier. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to hand over to Brittany, who is I'm actually going to let her introduce herself, because I've only met Brittany recently, and I know I have some very incredible things about her, which is why I specifically asked her to be on this call. But I'm going to let her introduce herself and share her story. If you could share your product story, please, Brittany, and then go on to your business story, that would be great. And then we'll hand back over to me, and I'll hand over to Rebecca.
Awesome. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good deal. So one thing I absolutely love about this business is that I am in my car right now, and we can do this anywhere. I had a day off, and I have errands that I'm running. It's a crazy busy day, but I am able to share this opportunity with you guys right from the convenience of my car, my home. I was working from home this morning, so I absolutely love that part of it. So as Tasha said, my name is Brittany. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So I'm sure you guys think that my accent is just as weird as I think yours is. No, I love it. I love listening to your accent. It's great. I actually got started with Juice Plus. It was in October. And I was, hold on. Sorry, I just had something pop up on my phone. I was introduced by Luke Wren. I don't know if any of you have heard of Luke Wren, but I used to work for him when I was 18 at his fitness club here in Eau Claire. He is super awesome, super motivator, and he even was back then before he even got started in Juice Plus. So I reached out to him a couple years ago, actually, just not sure where to go in my life, looking for some direction, and I knew he was always that person that could help me. It took us about a year and a half to actually connect. And when we did, he didn't tell me anything about Juice Plus. He just listened to what I had to say. So what I was telling him is that my biggest struggle is I do physical therapy, and I'm also a personal trainer daily. And I struggle finding supplements that I can put my heart and soul and trust in to give to my patients and my clients. And I'm always getting the question of, okay, what can I take? What should I take? What's the best protein? Blah, blah, blah. And I got so sick of the question, because I'm like, honestly, there's so much crap out there. What do we even know is good for us and what isn't? If you read the ingredient label, you can't tell what half of these things are. So after talking to Luke a little bit, he's like, okay, you really need to hear about this great opportunity. He told me a little bit about it, and it was Juice Plus. And I'm like, wow, fruits and vegetables make sense. You know, fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Who can't do that? Who doesn't agree that having 30 plus fruits and vegetables in our diets per day wouldn't make us healthier? I mean, if you think that, you know, fruits and vegetables wouldn't make you healthier, then you should do a little research. Listen to your mom a little bit. I don't know. But that made sense to me. So I actually got started with the business right away because I'm like, you know what? I already have people asking me what I would recommend. I'm just going to get started with the business. I started doing the business before I even received my products, and I was sharing the story with people. But what I really noticed was when I received my products and I started taking them, the change that I saw in myself. I had way more energy, and I'm sure, everybody has that. I've heard everybody say when they started these, they have more energy. My energy was consistent. I always had energy, but some days I had more, some days I had less. Every single day now, I have the same amount of energy, and I absolutely love it. I can do a lot more for my clients and my patients. I can do more at home with my boyfriend, and I'm not falling asleep on the couch because I'm so exhausted. So my energy levels, that meant the world to me. You definitely become more regular, which is a problem these days with all the processed foods that get in our bodies. Our bodies can't break that down and push it through. So everybody also becomes more regular. That's one consistent thing. But the biggest change that I saw was in my boyfriend. He was very unhealthy, didn't touch a single fruit or vegetable ever. He actually would call broccoli trees. So he didn't want to eat any trees because he doesn't know about that. When I got him started on Juice Plus, now he eats salads every day for lunch. He quit drinking coffee because he has more energy. He doesn't need that coffee pick-me-up or the caffeine in the middle of the day. And he's actually lost some weight. Not that he's needed to, but he's lost about 10 pounds without really changing much of his eating habits, just eating what he's craving. So his blood sugar levels are much more stable. So I've seen a huge difference in him, his attitude too. That's one thing that has been amazing, is he's been a lot more positive and more motivating. So I've seen such a great change since taking the products. And then the business side, oh my gosh, I got as many clients and patients started on it as I could almost right away. And the stories that I've heard. And then now I'm having more people come back to me and say, I want to get started on this business because it just made so much sense to me after taking the products and doing the shakes. I'm just in love with this. I just reached my second promotion to VF, which we'll touch on after a little bit here, I'm sure. And I'm going to conference in April. Super excited. I get to meet so many people that I've met here on the calls but never met in person. So excited to do that. And I'm so excited to see where this takes me because, I didn't start off with it just for the business. I started the business because it made sense, but now I've found some success with it because I'm helping people. I'm changing lives. And I did that before this, but it's given so much more value to what I do on a daily basis. My purpose and my why have evolved since beginning this company and working with the people that I've worked with and the relationships that you build. I just met Tasha the other day via Facebook, and I was on the Gen Y call last Wednesday with Tyler as well. And I can just, I love her energy and we can feed off each other. And then the other relationships that I've built with getting close to Luke again and Tyler. So it's not just health. It's not just weight loss. It's not just increasing energy. It's not just vegetables in a capsule. It's a family. It's an obligation to sharing this story, our stories, our lives with everybody. So that's kind of my story. I want to quick touch on the whey protein thing. So Luke always makes sure that everybody knows that whey protein is crap, for a lack of a better word. And this is something that we are trying to make sure everybody knows. Besides sharing the story of fruits and vegetable capsules, whey protein is crap. Simply put, it's just processed and it creates an inflammatory response in the body, which why people who get started on Juice Plus with the capsules and the complete shakes, they almost instantly notice more energy and weight loss because it's filtering some of that inflammation out of the body. So just to touch a little bit more on the science about the whey protein thing that Tasha talked about, and she hit the soy topic right on top of the head. So if anybody wants some nerdy research on products and health and nutrition, ask me because that's kind of my side of things. But that's my story. Thank you so much for letting me be on the call. It's such a great opportunity, and definitely thank the person that got you on here today, because this could be the day that you start changing your life. Back to you, Tasha.
Awesome. Sorry, I was muted. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing everything that you shared with us, especially like I could just feel the passion from you, you know, and it's so funny. I know you know Luke because of the way that you are. Isn't that funny? I know you know Luke the way you are. And I saw Luke this weekend just gone at our Birmingham conference, and I went up to him and I said, oh my God, like Tyler's amazing, because Tyler, I obviously spoke to, and he was on our call last week, and I said, oh my God, Tyler's amazing. Like, wow, what a guy you have. And he was like, you have to connect with more people from my team. He said, you have to connect with Brittany. You and her will get on so well. You have to connect with Brian. You have to connect more with Tyler. He was like, you've got to, because you guys just think the same. You've got to. And I was like, amazing. And isn't that great? Like, you know, me and Brittany, like whatever I do and whatever Brittany does, we don't get paid from each other. We're not in the same, you know, we're not in each other's team in that sense, but we're still like wanting to help each other. So I can't thank you enough, Brittany, for being on our call. And I really, really love that you added so much value. So thank you. I'm now we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and I'm gonna go to Rebecca. So Rebecca, first, if you could share your product story, and then the business story and what it's done for you, like why you said yes. And then she's just going to talk about kind of like the normal kind of today, and then we're going to switch back over to me.
Hello. Hi. So my name's Rebecca. So I'm from England, West Yorkshire. I've been in the business and on the products since last October, so just over 4 months now. So the way the products have helped me, so before taking Juice Plus, I was always quite run down, tired. My job is an outside job. I work at a cat rescue centre, which I absolutely love, but it's an outside job, so I was in, you know, all weathers. I used to catch common cold quite often. I was always quite tired, and I'm into my fitness a lot, so I tend to go to the gym quite a lot, but I never really had much energy to do much when I actually got there. So since taking the products, my energy levels is the first thing I noticed. So my energy just, you know, shot up. I do like quite a lot of circuits at the gym, so the circuit have just gone, you know, straight up. So I used to do about 4 or 5 rounds. Now on a good day, I can do like 8 rounds from taking these products. So absolutely love them. I use the shakes quite a lot as well as pre and post workout and stuff. So they're fantastic as well. Common colds, since taking the products, I've not had a single one since October, which is great for me because, like I said, I always used to get them, and it's good not to have those. In terms of the business side of it, like, it could not have come at a better time for me personally. I honestly believe the business has saved my life, really, because I was going through some really tough times back in October, and I was kind of getting to the point where I couldn't really see much of a way out of my situation. I was kind of like at a point where I couldn't really find a reason to get up, to be fair, in most of my days. And when I connected with Tasha and she offered me the opportunity, I jumped straight to it. The thing I love about this business is being surrounded by a community of supportive people who lift you up when you need it. You know, even, you know, we all go through tough times, and I've still been through tough times, you know, even in the last few weeks, but, you know, you can rely on your team to just back you up and be there for you when you need them. And I've never had that around me so strongly. So that is one of the main things for me, the community and the support. And like we've been saying, it's like a family. You know, I went to the conference with Tasha in Birmingham, and, you know, people you meet who you've never even met face to face just treat you like they've known you forever, and I think that's just fantastic. So so the business side of it is just brilliant. So I'm going to talk about the structure. This is the first time I've done it, so excuse me if I forget anything. So the general structure of a normal business. I'm going to switch camera around and show you a picture of this, if it's going to work. So I hope you can see that. So it's like a pyramid triangle. So that's like a normal business. So let's use like Tesco, for example, or if you don't have a Tesco, you know, just a general supermarket. So at the top, you've got your CEO, obviously, who's in charge of the whole thing, who's getting the big money sort of thing. And then it breaks down, obviously, into sort of managers, site managers, that sort of thing. And then you've got, say, let's call him Jimmy at the bottom of the triangle. He's, you know, a till worker, shop, you know, shelf stacker, that sort of thing. So he might strive to go further up that triangle, to get further up, become a manager or maybe CEO. He's very unlikely to get up to that position just because of, you know, it's very difficult for him to get up there. He might work for years and years, work really hard, do extra hours to try and get up there, but there's nothing to stop someone else coming in the business just taking the position he's trying to get to. So yeah, so he's never going to get up there, to be honest. So that's called, sorry, I'm getting myself confused. So I'm kind of skipping over here. So one of the main questions we get asked about Juice Plus is it a pyramid scheme? So pyramid scheme, so that's what I just explained. It was actually made illegal in the 1970s. So that's your general business. Juice Plus is completely different. So I'll switch the camera again. So this is what Juice Plus looks like. So it's an upside down triangle. So in Juice Plus, everyone starts at the bottom, starts in the same position. Doesn't matter if you are a doctor, receptionist, cat care assistant like me, you know, it doesn't matter. You all start at the bottom as a distributor, and you can work your way up. Anyone can work their way up to the top position, NMD. So there's 7 levels. You can all work your way up. That's unlimited for people to get to the top there. And the way in which you get up there is literally just as working as a team, helping people, and that's how you climb those levels, basically, to get right to the top. And like I said, that's unlimited, so everyone can get to that position. It's not like the general business, you know, a general company where, like I said, you're not likely to get up there. Everyone can. Another good thing is you can just choose who you work with within this company as well. So, you know, you won't usually get that in a normal job. You just work with the people you work with, whereas you can choose who's in your team, choose the right people for your team who you want to work with, and that's a really good thing about it too. So I think that's about it, Tasha. I don't know if I've missed anything.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah?
Perfect. Absolutely. I just want to say I'm so proud of you for doing that. I'm just going to check because that was your first time. So awesome. So as Rebecca said, like, I love the fact that you shared about how, like, the questions that we get in this business and the questions that we get in this business. So another one I'm going to kind of tackle with you is, like, what if I don't know anybody? Like, what if I only know like one person? But I think we all kind of know at least like 1 or 2 people. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how my business works and how my team has grown. And I pretty much, you know, I travel the world a lot. I'm very blessed to say I traveled America 6 weeks before Christmas, and then I did Milan 6 weeks to start this year. I'm going again to America in just under 3 months for again probably 2 months, and then who knows? Like, I'm signed as a model in LA, New York, Milan, and London. So I'm pretty honored to say that I get the opportunity to travel the world. But for me, like, I still want a growing business. You know, I still want something that's going to financially support me. So the way that my business has grown is, so we have me here. So maybe I should have shown you actually. So my mum and, I'm sorry, this is really not doable, is it? So actually, I'm going to start again. So my mum introduced me to the business. So we have my mum at the top, and then we have me. And then underneath me, we have Rebecca. So I met Rebecca on Facebook through a fitness group when we just connected and we were talking about fitness, and then I had an opportunity to share with her. Then I have Monica. I actually met Monica on Facebook as well, and an entrepreneur group. Then I have Ines. I used to be a teacher at university, and Ines was one of my students, and she introduced me to Vicky. Then I have Vicky, another Vicky in Australia, who found me on Periscope. Then I have, oh my gosh, Charlie in Indiana in America, who found my Facebook page, Fresh Minter, and wanted to connect with me and hear what I was doing. And he introduced me to his wife, Sally. Then we have Rianne, who is the girl I went to school with. So then we have, oh my gosh, who else? Agnes, who did my nails on a shoot last year. So as you can see, the team grows and grows and grows, and purely just mainly from social media, because all the people that even that I knew before in the past have seen what I'm doing on social media, have seen that I'm involved with something really exciting and part of a happy team, and they're like, oh, well, I want to do that. So really, if I just touch upon my business story, it's, quite frankly, I started this business and I did really well in my first 4 months, and I got promoted 3 times. And how many businesses do you know you will get promoted 3 times in 4 months? Like, I don't know any. So I feel very honored to say that that happened with me. But I just got to work. I saw this opportunity and I thought, you know what, I can do this. I can message my friends, I can help people. And that's all it goes down to. You just help other people. You share the product. You don't do anything but share the product. And I always teach my team, like, just come from a place of integrity, come from the heart. If you feel like you're selling a product, then you're coming from the head. And really, if you see this opportunity and you see this product and you see that we have a responsibility, like, it's not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility to share this with other people out there. So really, if you come from the heart, then you can help everybody and anyone in your life. Like, there's no limits on that, and you don't hold any stock whatsoever, which is just perfect. If you look at me as much as I travel, and I don't even travel a lot compared to some of my friends that I know. Like, I was just with my friend earlier who's like going to Dubai, and then he's going to Frankfurt, and then he's going to Dubai again, and then he's going to Oman, and it's like crazy. His life is worse, like, not worse because we're blessed to travel, but crazier than mine. And I was like, wow, like, that's so nuts. But we're so lucky that we get to build this business from our phones and just, quite frankly, have a business anywhere in the world. Mail order. So you order products on a virtual office on your website and it gets sent straight out to anyone in the world. We're about to start worldwide shipping, but currently we're still in 32 countries. We just opened in Dubai, which is very exciting. So then it's just all about, like, networking. And, in terms of the business, like, finding other people like you. Like, I would never have offered this opportunity to Rebecca if I didn't think that she could fit the team well, because quite frankly, I could see that she was someone that had heart, and I want someone in my team that has heart, but I'm happy to work with anyone that has, quite frankly, 3 things. You've got to be teachable, you've got to have drive, and you've got to be willing to get to action, which means that if you're willing to put in the work, then you can have anything you want in this. Like, imagine having anything you want. We did the most amazing exercise at the weekend where we wrote down 25 things that we would have if money, we would do or have if money was no object, which most people, I think, got to like 14 and struggled. And isn't that amazing that this business really could help you have those at least 14, 25 things? So what I really want to leave you with on the call is thank you so much for joining. And if you're watching this back, like, thank you so much for taking the time out. What I really want to, like, ask you is, if not now, then when? If you're not going to start building towards the life of your dreams or living the life of your dreams, then when are you going to start doing that? And if not this, then what? What are you going to do that's going to really help you start living the life of your dreams? Like, please, I'd love to know. This business opportunity is not perfect. Network marketing is not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than anything else I've ever seen out there. I've been a waitress, I've been a teacher, I've been a babysitter, like, I've worked as a receptionist, and this is the only business I've seen that works around me wanting to be a model and being able to achieve the rest of my other dreams. So thank you. Oh, I'm out of breath. Thank you so much for joining the call, and please get back to the person that invited you to this call or sent you the recording afterwards. And we look forward to seeing you on next week's call rather. Ciao for now.
Bye.